Madden holiday is here and we will play all night. Calling sick and sound sincere, in tackles will delight. The fridge is packed with drink and meat, the taste of victory sure is sweet.
So to start things off on a lighter note, I guess, I hope you all enjoyed the College Football Playoff Championship game simulation, aka the I'm Sure of It video, and yeah, there's going to be more like those in the future, including the Super Bowl, but we'll be coming up into that in just a bit here. Anyway, as I was writing this, the College Football Playoff Championship game was being played, so yeah, I'm not really going to touch too far into it, and that well, pretty much, I guess, expectations were met. It was close early on. Like I said, not joking, as I was writing this, Notre Dame had that big 18-play drive to start the game, and then it just kind of fell apart after that. So, yeah, not too much to really say there. And obviously, that means I went 4-1 on the weekend with my picks. Obviously, the one I missed was Detroit and Washington, but, I think pretty much everyone had the Lions winning that game, even probably even a few diehard Commanders fans that did. So, yeah, I'm not the only one there. And overall, while it's good that Washington won that game, it did probably end our best chance to avert a Chiefs three-peat, which means Deathmate will rule us all.
All hail Deathmate. 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 All hail Deathmate.
I'll talk more about the other divisional playoff games once we get into those previews, so we'll touch on those pretty easily. And of course, this is NFL Conference Championship weekend, which means we only have 2 games to cover, and we're doing it in order of how they're scheduled, which means we're starting with the NFC first. That's, of course, the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and then we wrap things up with the AFC Championship, the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, let's get this started.
Until now, plowing through what the snowplow left behind was one of winter's toughest challenges. Now, Toro introduces the exclusive PowerShift snow thrower. The PowerShift automatically puts more weight on the front for a more powerful bite on winter's toughest snow. The new Toro PowerShift. The only challenge left? Getting out of the driveway to go buy one.
See the new exclusive PowerShift snow throwers at these fine Toro dealers.
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Friday. A new town means new friends and enemies for the alien and his son.
Who are you? I'm something new under the sun.
Is that your father?
Starman.
Tomorrow.
Again, we start with the NFC Championship game between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Commanders are definitely letting those good times roll probably all the way to New Orleans. I mean, the offense played lights out against the Lions. The defense caused 5 turnovers overall, 4 interceptions and 1 fumble. Again, they're just playing with house money here, so they've got nothing to lose. They've far exceeded expectations throughout this season. Heck, even during the regular season, they played the Eagles pretty hard in Philadelphia, and, even despite the fact they didn't complete a pass to a wide receiver, they were still very much in the game going into the fourth quarter. And, of course, they did win in Washington, though that Eagles team was really banged up, and Jalen Hurts didn't play the rest of the game. As for the Eagles, well, I do think their offense played better against the Rams than they did the Packers, and yet they still almost lost that game. I mean, yeah, they put up more points, but they still had struggles. Added to that, Jalen Hurts tweaked his knee, and it's unknown what exactly his status is going to be in the NFC Championship game. Obviously, I expect him to play, but again, how effective is he going to be? I know that his mobility has been affected, and that's such a major part of his game. On the plus side, of course, though, Saquon Barkley is still running the ball exceedingly well. I mean, he had those 2 really long touchdowns, and when he scored that 78-yarder, I thought the game was over, and yet the Rams still managed to rally and make a game of it. That being said, I do feel that the Eagles are healthier than they were in the last game against Washington, which, again, Washington won. But, again, with a healthy Eagles roster, who knows? All in all, with the Eagles playing at home, I tend to have a little bit more faith in them than I do Washington. Like I said, it would be fun if Washington won and went to the Super Bowl, but overall, I think Philadelphia is just going to hold them off here and win a very close game. I think the Eagles are going to win this and advance to the Super Bowl.
That's him, huh? Company stop salesman.
Numero uno. They say he can sell snow in a snowstorm.
Real Mr. Personality.
The guy is a dynamo.
Even the most important dynamic executive can feel downright unimportant.
Miss! Oh, miss!
On a bad flight.
Looks like he's been working non-stop.
Never lets up. That's why he's making the big bucks.
Next trip, try Alaska Airlines. We try to treat everybody like they're somebody.
Just because you leave the shower, that's no reason to leave that shower fresh feeling behind.
Oh, it's that feeling. That shower fresh feeling. Keep that shower fresh feeling with Van all day.
Van works continuously to help keep you dry and odor-free. You'll feel shower fresh all day.
Keep that shower fresh feeling with Van all day.
Keeps on going, eh? We'll see. Oh!
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and going.
Our next matchup is the AFC Championship between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm pretty sure that both CBS and the NFL are pretty glad that it's an odd number here, and so this winds up being the primetime AFC Championship game. And you know what? This is pretty much what I think everyone has been hoping for, outside of Baltimore, that is, since Week 11. Sorry, Baltimore. But you know what? Yeah, I think people would have been happy if it were Baltimore and Kansas City as well. I mean, if it had been like Houston and Buffalo or Houston and Baltimore, I don't think there would be nearly as much excitement as there is right now. Now, I think the Kansas City-Houston game went pretty much as expected. I mean, Houston did try to keep in it as best they could, but they just made way too many mistakes. Yeah, there were the stupid penalties that probably shouldn't have been called like they were, but at the same time, they were still committed. The opening kickoff was almost run back for a touchdown and then had 15 yards tacked on it for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. The missed field goals, the missed PAT, just nothing went Houston's way, and the Chiefs just kept scoring points on top of points. I mean, it wasn't a total blowout, but at the same time, it's like when the Chiefs had the ball, you kind of knew they were going to score. When the Texans had the ball, you hoped that they would score, and that's definitely the big difference there, especially with the Chiefs' defense still playing very good, as they have all season. With the victory over Baltimore, the Bills definitely proved that they don't need Josh Allen to put up big numbers to still win. They continue to run the ball extremely well, both Allen as well as Davis, James Cook, and a few others, even Tyler Johnson contributing for the run game. And of course, Josh Allen can run the ball pretty well too. The defense certainly caused some turnovers with the Ravens. That being said, I still think there's a lot of question marks there. They did let the Ravens get back into that game, especially towards the end and on that final drive. They maybe called off the dogs a little too early there. And if it wasn't for Mark Andrews dropping that 2-point conversion, who knows what would have happened. And the contributing factor of the matter here is that, well, the Chiefs just don't make the type of mistakes the Ravens did in that game. So yeah, the defense is really going to have to step up here if they're going to have any shot. And, you know I've run this into the ground, I keep saying this, but I've been down this road so many times. I was there last year when the Bills were supposed to beat the Chiefs and they didn't. I was there when the Ravens were supposed to beat the Chiefs and they didn't. It just doesn't seem to be happening. I mean, I would love it if Buffalo won. I just want someone different in the Super Bowl right now. I just really do. But in the end, I really cannot pick against the Chiefs, especially when they're playing at home. I mean, last year, you could maybe say Buffalo had more of a shot because they were playing at home, but I can't say they have more of a shot in Arrowhead than they do in Buffalo. So, yeah, unfortunately, I kind of have to choose Kansas City to win this one. It'll be close, but I think the Chiefs will win, which means cue it again.
All hail Deathmate. 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 All hail Deathmate.
How much do you pay for a minute of long distance overseas?
I'd say about $1.65 a minute to Australia.
$2 a minute?
I don't like to look at the phone bill because it's usually so much.
Introducing Sprint Sense International. Simply great rates to anywhere in the U.S. and now to anywhere in the world. 65 cents a minute to Korea?
65 cents for Australia.
No gimmicks, no nothing. That'd be the best thing I'd ever heard.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Call now for Sprint Sense International and get up to 100 minutes free. When love turns to hate.
The next sound you hear will be your introduction to my version of hell.
There's nowhere to run.
Bobby!
There's nowhere to hide.
No!
General Hospital, here on ABC Daytime.
Anyone who offers you cocaine is no friend. Say no. Don't do drugs.
Saturday. Only he knows she's innocent.
You give up too easily.
Only he can protect her. Pat Morita is O'Hara.
You're under arrest.
Then
Run, Jesse, they're gonna kill us!
they're protecting a friend.
You'll have to consult Mr. Hawk and the white guy.
Spencer for hire.
Saturday.
So to wrap things up, in the NFC Championship, I like Philadelphia over Washington, and the AFC Championship, I like Kansas City over Buffalo. So yeah, another Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl. Yay. I'll spare you a round 3 of Deathmate for now. Okay, so the next video will be the Random Trade Review 10-year look back on Fantastic Four Disassembled and World War Hulk. I'm going to aim to get that up on Monday, but it might be up on Tuesday, okay? And then we'll have the 2 bonus videos. Again, they're the I'm Sure of It kind, one of which will be the Super Bowl. And then after that will be the recap and review for the 2025 Royal Rumble. See you all next time. Hey guys, remember you can help support my channel at patreon.com/sleepytimeforcat productions. Also, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can be notified about further videos.